Good afternoon. Today we are doing our second to last objective in this unit. It is CO69. I can solve for an unknown angle in a triangle or a quadrilateral. How many sides does a triangle have? How many sides does a quadrilateral have? 4. Tri means 3, quad means 4. So, you should know this from yesterday. We just reviewed it. Every triangle, no matter its size, will have angles that add up to 180 degrees. So every quadrilateral, no matter its size or the shape that it makes, will have angles that add up to 360 degrees. We can see this because any quadrilateral you have, if you cut it in half, you get what? 2 triangles. Each triangle is 180 degrees. 180 plus 180 is 360. So no matter what quadrilateral you have, you could draw that line to make 2 triangles out of it. So we know it has to be 360 degrees. So, why is this important? Voices off, eyes up here. Voices off, eyes up here. Not asking us to rush ahead on today's work. I should not see calculators out for us to be frantically doing the work. We have plenty of time. Thank you for your attention. Why is this important? Because if you know how many degrees are supposed to be in a shape, you can easily set up an equation to solve for an unknown angle. If you know the total amount, you can subtract out what you know, and you're left with the unknown. So, let's look at our first triangle. We have a 70-degree angle, a 60-degree angle, and we have an unknown. What would that angle measurement be, James J?
So 70 plus 60 is 130 minus 180 is 50.
James added the 70 plus 60, got 130. You subtract that from 180, and you are left with 50 degrees. That's one way to do it. You add up what you know, subtract it away from the total, and you're left with it. You could also just start with the 180, subtract out the 60, subtract the 70, and you get 50 degrees. Okay? Either way, you get the same answer. Sometimes I just plug the 180 into my calculator and I just subtract away what I know, and I'm left with my unknown. You could easily add them together. Sometimes we could do the mental math, but remember on the test, do we want to just focus on mental math? Why not, Emmeline? Simple math mistakes happen. We get overconfident in ourselves. Say, pencils down. Oh, my goodness, friends, we have plenty of time. Oh, yeah, I'm going to use all of it too. Now you're just going to have to listen to my beautiful voice. So, on the math test, check your work. If you're doing mental math, double check it with your calculator. A lot of us get overconfident. We go too fast. We don't double check. And then we have to do a retake because we made simple math mistakes. Look at our second. Look at our quadrilateral. What is our missing angle?
Oh, 180.
What do you think, Priya? How did you get 80?
120 plus 75
Would be 195.
plus 85.
280, thank you.
And then you do 360 minus 260.
So Priya added all three up. She subtracted them from the 360, and she gets the 80 degrees. Like I said, that's not the only way to do it. My way is I just plug 360 into my calculator, subtract 120, subtract 75, subtract 85, and I get the same answer. Either way works. So let's look at What else we have going on? Calculators are not being used. Y set the equation equal to 180 for our first one. Well, it's a triangle. Triangles equal 180 degrees. Quadrilaterals equal 360 degrees. Got to remember those two numbers. Triangle, quadrilateral. Quadrilateral, by its nature, is two triangles put together. So it's going to be double. In each figure below, solve for the unknown angle. Show your work. So, goodness. He's actually making us show our work. Oh, that Mr. Schultz can't just use the calculator. You have to show what you are doing. So you could easily just write. That took me all of half a second. Okay, it's really not that much work. Use your calculator, solve it. What is our answer? Goodness. Do I just write 105? 105 degrees. Please remember your degrees. Okay. When we work with degrees, we need to put the degree measurement. How would I show my work for this quadrilateral? I know Aiden knows it. Who else knows it? Tatum.
We do 360 degrees minus 105 degrees minus 140 degrees minus 95 degrees, and that's equal to 10.
Equal to what? Circle your final answer. Okay. When we're writing all those degrees out, circle your final answer. Especially on the test, makes it a whole lot easier for me when I'm correcting them. Always circle that answer, easy to find. So if we look at our second page, a couple of things I want to point out. We are just told 1 degree on this triangle. My goodness, I have to find 2 degrees? What do I do? What is going on? Audrey, explain it to me. How do I know I have a right angle? So if I know this is a right angle, what does that tell me, Audrey? It's 90 degrees. So I have 2 measurements. I need to find my third. Okay? So when you're doing your math, remember that. I only have 2 angles listed here. It's quadrilateral. There's 4 angles. How am I supposed to find 2 missing angles? What's that mean, Jonas? This one. I have 100 degrees at 100 degrees. How would I find my missing angles? The 2 bottom ones are congruent. We see those arcs. They are congruent. They are equal to each other. So if you find out what's missing, what do we do with that number? Divide it by 2. Because half and half. Right? Let's see what else. And we know what this means, right? So hopefully you'll know the answer to that one right off the top of your head. They didn't give us any angles, but all 3 sides are congruent. Ooh. If it's an equal angular triangle, what does it have to be? Because we know what those angles all have to equal, right? We're not looking for side measurements. We are looking for angle measurements on this whole objective. Then we've got time for review. You're going to draw your diagram, draw your figures. Shh. Any question? Look at that. We still have 35 minutes left. So all y'all who are working ahead, woo, give me the respect and the good listening skills next time. Give you plenty of time to get this 1 page done. When you are finished, you are making sure your math packet is done and turned in. You are making sure Khan Academy is all up to date. Emailing me if you have any that you are doing, that you have finished. Then you can start working on your help sheet. Okay, we have tomorrow's an objective day. Friday is a retake day. We'll just do a quick review Friday because there are some of us who have retakes to do. So you're going to review this chapter or this unit and make your help sheet pretty much on your own because it's not an overwhelming unit. We'll do a real quick review, but you're going to make your help sheet on your own. So if you have time today, start that help sheet. Go back to the beginning of this unit and start working on your help sheet. Then you can work on stuff for other classes. Friday is our last day to turn in missing work. So be working. If you are all up to date on everything, you've got your letter to your 8th grade self done, you have absolutely no missing, no work to do, nothing. You can work on Math Masters. You can read a book for the book challenge. But this is not goofing around time. Make sure that if you're one of my friends who has retakes to do on Friday, that you're working on practice work. I have a couple of you that I said yesterday, come see me during work time so we can go over a couple of things. So let's make sure we're staying on task and focused for this last 35 minutes of the day. If you're listening at home, we hope you are well and we hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.